I think a lot too of what we're talking about is nuance. You know, there's a lot of other things than sometimes I might think, okay, this situation is about this. And Britt's thinking about 12 other things that are involved in this one thing. But I'm just kind of a one-track mind type person. Let's get through this, answer this question, and let's go. And she's like, yeah, but what about this? And this part has to come in and all of that. And I mean, that's the issue with like communicating on social media right now is like when you were saying how you speak to process, I think the same happens for a lot of people that post on social media. They're processing, but we don't give people the time to process or the space to process. We're like, oh, you believe that? Oh, you believe that? You stupid? You know, like, and then we just react. We just immediately go and we put them in boxes and we, you know.
Because nobody thinks that it's wrong to tell somebody they're wrong.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we have to be people pleasers that keep everybody happy. But it's two totally opposite.
Some people don't.
No, that's
Some
for
people
sure.
are like, you are dumb.
No, but it's like your real world, when you see people, when you're face to face, you're never faker than when versus when you're on your online platform.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just speak whatever you want.
True.
So it's like we've learned almost this we've learned from Instagram and Facebook that we can put on a facade and do whatever we want. And we've adopted that into our normal lives because it's easier to do that than develop your relationship. I feel like, no joke, there's this pandemic, people have forgotten how to talk. Not say hello, but have a conversation. It's weird.
Well, don't you think that, and we've talked about this on multiple podcasts now, don't you think that breakdown is really a huge factor in everything going on in our country?
Yeah.
I mean, people just can't come to a conclusion about anything because they don't even start a conversation. I don't think anybody's actually, going back to June with all of the criminal justice reform that needed to happen, the police reform, all that stuff. Barely a conversation.
Depends on what side of the fence you're on. I think there was a lot of conversation that came out of that.
I think there was.
I don't know if any of it led to.
I think there was a lot of talk, but I find that conversation has to involve different people.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I see that it's faded because not enough conversation was really happening and allowed to happen. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. I mean, I feel like, for what it's worth, I feel like the media controls what people talk about. So as soon as there's another hot button topic, then
I think they
there is
kill
no more
conversation.
Exactly.
Because what happens is a conversation, I think me and Britt talked about this at one point, stuff was happening and then it got taken over by talking points. And these talking points are made to divide sides, whatever side you want to put in that play or whatever for.
Because that's what sells, man.
I know.
That's it.
And that's what kills me about us engaging with and continuing to come back to these forms of media, these forms of media that are just so divisive.
Yeah, but I mean, perfect example, we're on episode 22. If I was just to start to get really angry with you over a certain topic right now and I flipped a table and then we started going at it.
No, not my table.
But we started going at it and people saw it.
That's
your
true.
Podcast would blow up.
That's true.
Because it is people against people.
That's true.
It's not just people having an open conversation where we can talk. It's just no, wow, there's anger and violence. Let's watch that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It sells. It sells. Immediate. I think there's an immediate attraction to that. What's up, everybody? You just watched a clip from one of our Just Breathing podcasts. If you want to see the full version, you just hit the link in the description below. Or if you want to just keep watching clips, we got some more right here. Thanks, everybody.